How to lower your blood sugar naturally. That's what I'm going to share with you today. And if you do all the steps, you can lower your blood sugar without medication. Just so that you know, high blood sugar leads to heart issues, weight gain, low energy, and so many other things that ultimately you don't want. I am Robin-Nutritionist, and I help women over 40 use food, nutrition, and simple strategies to look and feel amazing in this age and stage of our lives. All right, let's get into it. I want to share with you how your blood sugar even is even high in the first place. What is happening to raise your blood sugar? So the number one reason that your blood sugar raises is because you're eating too many carbohydrates, more than your body can process. That the carbohydrates, the pasta, the bread, the rice, sometimes fruit, chips, cookies, pies, starches, carbohydrates. Our body needs carbohydrates for energy, but when we have more than our body can bear, instead of the carbohydrates, the sugar going into our cells are full. We don't have any more room. And so then that sugar is now in your blood, hence high blood sugar. So it's not in your cells where it's supposed to be, where you can use it for energy. It's hanging around in your bloodstream, which ultimately causes insulin resistance, diabetes, kidney issues, a whole bunch of problems. So you want to get it under wraps. And then as we age, gets a little bit more interesting. And we're more susceptible to having blood sugar as our estrogen and our hormones are doing what they do. Right? So we just really want to be careful so we can live gracefully in this next stage. The number one why your blood sugar is high is because of the carbohydrates that your body's not able to balance or manage. The second reason, and actually this is in no particular order, but these are the reasons, is that stress. Honey, I know the struggle is real. Right now, life is out of control and stress is at an all-time high, and it's a battle. When we're stressed, our body releases cortisol, which messes up our insulin and our blood sugar ultimately. We got to work really hard with intention now more than ever to breathe, to meditate, do whatever we have to do to get the stress off of us because it's messing up our blood sugar. Another reason is a lack of sleep. Now, some of you are all out there warriors, like, I can do it. I don't need sleep. Yes, you do. You need sleep because when you're able to sleep, it helps your body process it and it helps your blood sugar stay stable. True story. And then the other one is inactivity, meaning that you're not moving enough. When you have sugar in your blood, so when your blood sugar is high and you are exercising, you're doing weights, you're moving it around, you're literally moving it out of your bloodstream. So exercise is a tremendous tool to help support your blood sugar getting lower. But we'll come back to that. How do you even know if your blood sugar is high, right? Can you feel it? If you have cravings that are getting the best of you, if you eat and then you get really tired, that's a sign. If you have long-term health conditions, if you have high cholesterol, you are diabetic, even blood pressure, and then sometimes it's silent. You don't know that it's high, but a lot of people have high blood sugar because of the foods that we're eating. So let's get into how to lower it naturally. So I'm going to give you 7 ways, and I want you to go through and say, oh, I do that. No, I don't do that. All right. So if you do it, you can lower it naturally and avoid medication. Let's get into it. So number one is balancing your meals. What does that look like? That means that every time you eat, that you include a protein source, fiber, and fat. And the meal has to be balanced. When you're doing carbohydrates, you don't want to exceed more than a cup and a half of a piece, cup or a piece. And that's not normally what we do. We usually have more carbohydrates and less amount of protein. So when you're looking at your plate, it literally has to be balanced. There has to be enough protein to absorb the carbohydrate. There needs to be enough fiber to help your bowels move. All of those things. There has to be enough fat. It all goes together. So if you're wondering, well, how do I balance my meals? I have a resource for you. I have a 7 day, the nutrition reset. Grab that. It'll give you all the things that you need. Right? So the number one way to get that blood sugar in balance is to balance your meals. True story. Another way to do that is after you eat, go ahead and take a walk or move for 10 to 15 minutes. Move that blood sugar around in your body so it doesn't stay stagnant. So 10 to 15 minutes, walk around, do some weights, basically get some exercise after you eat. Another way, sleep. Gotta sleep. Now you might be thinking, well, I have trouble sleeping. That's where you may want to take magnesium glycinate. I'll put that in below, the one that I recommend. There's a number of things. This is not a conversation about sleep, but in order for your blood sugar to behave, you need sleep, right? So we said balancing your meals. We said move around after your meals, 10 to 15 minutes. We're saying sleep. Number 4, I alluded to this of why it's high. The opposite is of reducing your stress level. Freaking easier said than done. I know that. But that's that mindfulness and meditation that folks talk about that I'm working on myself. But that stress is a naughty thing for our blood sugar. Number 5, this may be easier, is to stay hydrated. So drink water. Like, go get some water right now. Stop what you're doing after the video. Go get water. Keep yourself hydrated. That flushes out stuff out of your body. So staying hydrated. The supplements that support your blood sugar, vitamin D3K2, necessary nutrition's vitamin D3K2, magnesium, and fiber. I actually take a fiber, even though my bowels run well, I actually take a fiber supplement just to help things move along properly. So those supplements. And then lastly, there is a protocol that I'd love to introduce you to where you are combining intermittent fasting, so timed eating, really helpful for the blood sugar, with 2 products. One of them is a chlorogenic tea that helps do so many things, reduce inflammation, help to reduce cravings, and boost your body's hormone GLP-1 naturally. So with this protocol, you are intermittent fasting, you are drinking a chlorogenic tea, and it works. And then you are also drinking a fiber. You're drinking the fiber before you eat your largest meal that helps to process the carbohydrates. The chlorogenic tea helps to reduce cravings. And when you put that together, honey, you will see some results with your blood sugar. But this is the deal. Go ahead and request samples. Sample the protocol before you go all in, before you make a commitment. I have an opportunity for you to sample this protocol. The details are below. When you sample the protocol, I want to meet with you in my group setting at least once and make sure that you're doing okay, you know what to do, just give you the proper directions and let you try this protocol for 6 days. So the 6-day protocol will help you get your blood sugar in order. It helps you with your cholesterol. It helps you lose some pounds. It helps you reduce cravings. It's really cool. So again, down below, I want you to grab samples. I have a sample packet available for you to try this protocol for 6 days so that you know if this is something that you want to rock with. And this is a natural way. Everything is herbs. I'm into herbs and natural. Like that's my lot in life. So if you want to rock with us, get that blood sugar down, cholesterol, and all kinds of other things, then I suggest that you try this protocol with us for at least 6 days to get a feel for it. All right. That's all I want to say about that. It's always a pleasure to be here and transfer this knowledge to you. Please, if you have any questions, come in. I'll answer them if I can. Like, subscribe, do all the things that they say that you're supposed to do out in these YouTube streets. Try the 7 things that I mentioned to get your blood sugar down. I was good at this. I can really get this. It's my joy when to help you get your blood sugar down and you reach out and tell me that it worked, because that means that you're no longer on certain medications. And when you're no longer on certain medications, you're no longer having side effects that could affect you in so many greater ways. So I am about that for you. All right. Eat well, think well, and be well. This is Robin, nutritionist from Necessary Nutrition. And until we meet again, peace out.